think so. We really enjoyed the book, I Have a Dream Too. And our question was, did you share the same views about college as JoJo did when you were a child?
I'm sorry, you have to repeat that. Did I what?
Did you share the same views about college when you were a child as JoJo did? Like, were you...
Well, now that's a very interesting question because now you may think this is a stream of consciousness, but there's really a point to my answer here. But this last summer, I coordinated our family reunion on my mother's side of the family. And I did, 10 years ago, I went to Montgomery County with my husband, and we did some genealogical research. Now, you guys take it for granted, but in the South, genealogy is really big. It's not as big as up north here. But in the South, I mean, that is just super. We don't have genealogical libraries up here, up north. But we went to the Montgomery County Genealogical Library. And to make a long story short, my grandmother's biological father was white, was Caucasian. And he was the youngest attorney general in Tennessee at the time. There may have been another one. And his grandfather was one of the first Confederate senators. Okay? So anyway, I was doing a presentation on that. And so what I did, I said that this guy, his name was Tom Martin, what he did, and you know, you have to get into the sexual ways of the things were, and I'm sure you guys knew at that time, and it wasn't that long ago, that any white male, if they wanted a black female, they could have her. You know, and there was nothing the woman could do, and if she was married, there was nothing her husband could do. Okay, so my grandmother's father, biological father, was white. Her legal father was black. Okay, you got that, everybody? Yes. So, but what this guy did was he made sure she was educated. He would buy all of her books, and she would talk about, they called him the judge. They called him a judge, and she'd talk about this judge who bought all her books, paid for all her schooling, paid for her to go to Tennessee State. I mean, he paid for everything, and I would ask her about it. Anyway, we did the research, found out about it. This was in the early 1900s. So at the family reunion, I did this PowerPoint presentation, all my cousins, aunts, uncles, whatever. And I did this presentation. I said, whatever you think about this guy, Tom Martin, one thing he did was he educated our grandmother, and he set in place the legacy of having a college education, because there aren't that many families in America where the legacy of a college education goes back over 100 years. I mean, literally, from my grandmother on, everyone has had a college education. Even my cousins and all of our generation, all of our children are going to college or have graduated from college. So your question, did I think like JoJo did about going to college? Yes, it was never a question of were we going to college. We were going to college. I mean, that was just part of our DNA, part of our genetic makeup. So that's an excellent question. No one has asked that before, and I've never had to share this family history before. But I am writing a book about it. And I've written most of it, but I have to fix it up. So, Dr. Boyd, remind your students to go to my website in a couple of years, and the book should be on there. But I'm going to write this down, college education.
Okay.
And JoJo. And my history. Very good. You guys did it.
Okay. Extra credit.
Okay.
Okay, anything else?
Is that it?
We had another question, but you answered it in the first
part. Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, y'all turn it towards
them.
them.
Where's the outline playing group?
They're right. We're turning the computer so you can see them.
That's your only man.
You're with your only man.
The group with the only male. Yes. Okay, I'm good. You know, Dr. Boyd, is there any way you can down the backlights, or is this the whole room?
Yeah, it's like really bright.
See if
Because
y'all can turn it.
Can you turn the back lights out? Hang on just 1 second. Let's see. If
We're gonna
I'm just
see.
see if that makes a difference. I want to get.
it
This
does
looks
look
like
blurry. Look at it.
you guys look so professional. My gosh.
Is that better, Jean?
You know. Oh, wait.
Oh, we just lost everything.
Um,
Does that help?
not really. What the?
Uh-oh, we lost the sound.
We can't hear
Oh, we
you.
can't hear you.
No.
Y'all want to come